What are some vendors that churches may not think about having contracts with that could benefit them in the long run?
So, depending on your church, you might have some contracts with outside contractors or vendors, and some of you don't have any. A few that I would definitely, depending on your resources, I would suggest you have is if you are doing internally your regular HVAC maintenance, that's great. If you're not, and you're just replacing filters when you can or checking belts when something breaks, I would definitely get away from that. If you don't have the capacity to have someone at your church or like a qualified volunteer do that, that's a great contract to have with an HVAC company, But as I have said before, make sure if you do that, that it is a contract. So you know what they're doing, that they sign in every time they come, and that they sign out. So I've had many situations where the organization that signs the contract might say, you know what, no one saw the HVAC tech this month. I don't know if they were really here and checked out, our HVAC equipment like it is on the contract. Then the contractor might be saying, yes, we were there. It's a he said, she said thing. It's always important with your contractors and vendors that are doing regular contracts, like recurring, make sure they're signing in and signing out. You want to know what they came or when they were there, and then when they're signing out, okay, what did they do? They replaced filters, they replaced belts. You shouldn't ask them every time to write down every single filter they replaced. That can be on your invoice, but you just want to know why they were there and when they were there. Another good contract to have is if you're doing your own janitorial services, it's good to have a janitorial supply company have a contract with them. You'd be surprised how much money you will save over the long run than running to the local grocery store and buying your cleaning supplies. Not only will you save money, those janitorial supply companies will deliver the cleaning products and the cleaning equipment. So you're not going to run out of stock unexpectedly and have to send someone out. You develop a relationship with them, and they can also advise you, hey, we had an unexpected incident maybe, or you know what, this stain is on this tile, whatever it might be. You now are developing also a network, and you can ask a professional, hey, how would you suggest that we have this cleaned? So that's another really good contract to have, depending on where you're at and what you have your internal team doing. If you're up north, definitely have a snowplow contract. Landscaping contracts are great across the board, wherever you're at. If you can have your own team do that, that's wonderful, but a lot of us don't have the resources to do that. So it's also something to think about. When you take that on yourself, you've got your own maintenance on your mower. So you've got the upkeep, you pay for the gas, and you pay for the person to do the mowing. So, there's many things that go into it, but you want to develop a relationship with your vendors. So whoever they are, make sure you take the time to talk to them. Don't just sign that contract and then never see them again. This is a great way to network, and to show them what the church is all about. Showing kindness and regularly talking to them, you develop that relationship, and they might come to you for something down the road that they might have a question about. So I definitely encourage you on areas where you might need a contract, on the areas that I spoke about, or if you're wondering on different areas. There's even plumbing contracts where, hey, you might have a contract with them and they might not even come out every month, but then if you have to call them, you get a discount on the services. So there's many different contracts out there, and I encourage you to take a look and see what might work for your church.